Oops, wrong one. Hello there. Yeah. This is another quick look at a tent I used in my last stealth camp. You've probably seen a short, one of the shorts from it, saying tent hidden in the bushes. But that's all there is at the moment. But I'm going to release that soon. This is just to show you a quick look at the. Oh, you can't see it. It's all been where I've been trying to get the tent back in. It's the Kombat UK 2-man trooper tent. It comes in its own little bag. It's a bit awkward getting it in. That's why that's like that. But I'll show you the thing when I get out. Yeah, this is only a one skin tent. So obviously, you know what I mean. There's a possibility of condensation, which, considering the other night when I was in this, I was literally boiling hot, and I'm obviously sweating and such like, you know what I mean. And there weren't that much condensation, but there was some, you know what I mean. But there's loads of vents. I'll show you when I sort it out. But yeah, there's loads of vents on this. Yeah, this is quite a big tent, considering. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is not a dome tent. This is an A-frame tent. So you get tent poles like this, in which you put through a hole, and obviously you connect these like that. Look, I'll show you again. You go push that in first, and then it connects together. And these go in the tent holes. What I do is I move this back. So, you can see exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peg out the four corners with these nice shiny aluminium spikes. They're not bad, you know what I mean, but they're lighter than the crap that they give you, them toxic steel things. Anyway, let's get this sorted. As you see, I'm taking out the corners. Well, some of these don't want to go in. But yeah, I'm taking out the corners first. In its basic shape, which it should have. And then in the bottom of here, got a load of like guy lines in which I've got to tie and everything. It's easy enough. Now look, these are all even got them, you know, adjusters on there. It's easy enough, you know what I mean. All I've got to do is put a loop in that so I can get it in, and the same with the rest of them. You know what I mean. So that's no worries. So I'll get this going, and you know what I mean. And I'm just doing a simple loop. It's just I don't know what they call it, but I just call it it's just a loop. You know what I mean. I use it for all sorts of things, even fishing. You know what I mean. So anyway, look, see, it's just a simple loop like that, which you tie. You can put any loop you want in there and not, you know what I mean? That's up to you, but this is the best way because you can take these off when you want as well, which is a good thing. They're not permanent, if you know what I mean. Now, see, another simple loop. Then, obviously, get your poles. Usually put the first one. This is the front here. I usually put the last time I put the first one up the back, but you know what I mean. But it doesn't matter. But it's best to do it at the front first. Then you can. Oh, nearly peg. One of them guy lines. Yeah, on here. Now look, I'll quickly show you. On here, they've got these loops, if you know what I mean. And that's where you put the guy lines on there. So, I'll put you back where you was. So you can see what's going on. When you do that, make sure it's nice and tight, and then you won't have no problem. You shouldn't have. And I've got 4 other guy lines to go out on the bottom, because if you don't have this bottom flat undone, I don't know whether you can see that, but there's mesh there, and the airflow won't go through. That's what I done the other night. That's why I was sweating. Didn't allow airflow to go through. As you can see, it's coming together. All I've got to do is tie the knots on here. Do the same to all the pull out points for the netting guy, and then it's near done. I'll do one on each side quickly. Oh, sorry, look. See here, there's a little guy loop. You know what I mean? Which is good. And that will hold out this, as you can see. And it will stretch out a bit more. But this ain't going to be as long as that. I'll make sure of that. No way. Too much. Try and bring this down to as low as possible. Quickly. Try and do the other two, and then that's the setup sorted. These are pretty long. I might cut these down because these are pretty long. And it's like, you know, but then again, it might need to be that long. So I think I'll keep it as it is for now, because if it ain't that long, then it won't hold. And it won't hold this flap up here. It ain't too long, you know what I mean? So I'll leave it as is. You know. But I didn't have these guy lines on the last time. What I did is I just used the actual loop. I'll show you the loop itself, but I used the actual loops for pegging, and it closed it up. It closed the vent up. Because this is strictly for summer. This tent. This is my point of view of it anyway. It's strictly summer. Because you know, you ain't getting no winter capabilities out of this. You'll freeze. Just for the fact is that it's got too many vents, and that'll let the cold in, no sweat. You know what I mean? You'd be quite brassed off, I should think. That's the last one to go on. Yeah, I'll take you around. Look. You need at least 10 pegs for this tent. As you can see, it's a proper 2-man tent. You see, like, pegs, and these are the little guy loops, and this is what holds this flap to allow air to get through. You see the mesh there? You see it better when we go inside, and you see it's the guy there, and you've got a guy loop here, comes off here. I do it like if I the time when I went out of this, I put the guys on here, and I didn't realise they had these loops, so doesn't matter. It's very similar. The door itself is very similar to you know, the Poundland tent. It's got no the outer door. It's got no zip on the bottom. You know what I mean? As you can see, not a bad looking tent. It's a big tent. It's lightweight because it's, you know, it's not double skinned. Now look, there's Kombat, the UK Kombat. You know what I mean? As you can see, it's not brilliant, but the rain runs off this. When I was using it, it rained on and off all night, and it kept me dry. But yeah, let's go inside. You see where I've used it. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can see you can see. Look, I put my feet right at the bottom of the door there, and then you see it's behind me. Now look, see, and that's behind me. And I'm under here. Look, this is my face. I'm touching my nose to the screen, and see, and still got quite a bit of room. And you can sit up in this if you're in the middle. Obviously, you've got to be in the middle. But look, even if I'm just, you know, even if I'm just luxury out, you know what I mean? Like this. Look how much room I've got. I fit all my whole inside kit in here, like, you know, rucksack, you know, with obviously my bedding, rucksack, you know, all my gear spread out. I was on this side, so it's all on this side, all spread out in here. I'll tell you, yeah, it's a nice little tent for summer. Remember, for summer this is. It's got 2 pockets here. Well, 1 pocket here, should I say, and it's got another one on this side. So you've got a couple of little pockets. It hasn't got, the only thing is it hasn't got no light hook, so, which is quite disappointing. But you could put a bit of string under there just before you push it through that hole, and then, you know, a line going to that end, so you can hook a light, you know, hook a light to it. So you could do that. So that's easy enough. And yeah, as you can see here, it's a very similar system to the door, you know, on the Poundland tent. Let's get this sorted. But it works. You know what I mean? And that's all I'll give them on, is that. Oops. See, when it's done up, it's got the mesh there. But the only problem is, see this, you can do this up with a mesh, but this is on the wrong side to this, to the outer door. So you completely lose out, and you can't keep that outer door open. And it's, you know what I mean? Look, there's no loop on that side, which is quite disappointing. Which, you know, there's a loop for this here. You can open this like that, and there's a loop there. But look, look, you know, see what I mean? This has got to go around there and then come back round here somehow. Sorry about that. Go around there and come back round here somehow, and it's not going to happen. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a spacious tent, and it's you know, quite camouflage. Obviously, in the field like this, you're going to see this a mile off. But if it is in that thicket, as you see there, you won't get seen, especially with the yellow, because this is more terrain for, you know, desert. As in, you know, it's a mix. That's why it's called multicam. but it's a lot more of a desert terrain. And yes, I'm using my Northern Ireland and charging my batteries. No, my Northern Ireland patrol pack. You know what I mean? It goes with that. Yeah, all in all, it's pretty good. Pretty good tent for summer. I will keep repeating that, for summer. Excuse me. For no other season. Summer, that's all. It's I think it's 150 to 2,000 you know, hydrostatic head. Let's have a look. It's got here. Yeah. 1,500 hydrostatic head. It's 205 centimeters in length and 145 in width. It's got dimensions there, and it's just squashed all this up. Not purposely. As it says, single skin mosquito netting on the front door, and that's the actual dimensions. There, it's got 100 centimeters high. You know what I mean? By 145 and 205. But yeah, look, see, Kombat UK military products, trooper tent, 2-person new tent. Yeah, well, this you can get on that. Well, I got this for £30 on Amazon. This was ages back. I just you know, where I've told you, you know, I have a problem with depression. Where I haven't been going out, it's just been sitting about doing that until I've done the stealth camp. Anyway, but I wish to thank you to all my subscribers, in which have been subscribed to me right from the start, and the newer subscribers, in which have subscribed to me. You know, you're helping me out a lot. And as I said, my aim is to get to 1,000. And if you could please like and subscribe, share the video to everyone, your family, your friends, you know what I mean, your work colleagues, whoever you want to share it to, and comment, say, you know, like, tell me what kind of things you'd like me to do. You know what I mean? If I feel like I'm in reason, you know what I mean, within reason, and I'll do it. But you know, you never know, you might get something that I'm willing to do. But yeah, either way, I'll say goodbye and thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate the subscribers and the people who even watch it, you know what I mean. Alright, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.